Hello, amazing Forex traders, and welcome to today's episode of Market Analysis. So, on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the DXY, Euro, Dollar, and we're talking about gold. So, let's look at this. On our screen here, we can see this is the DXY monthly time frame, and I'm just going to be giving you a quick breakdown on what the monthly time frame is saying, because when we do our Forex analysis, we like to come on the 1 month time frame to identify the initial trend of the market, and also go to the weekly time frame to plot our key levels, whereby we look for also chart patterns and also clues that the market might leave to understand where exactly the market is going to be heading to. So now on the monthly time frame here, we can see that the market has been in a bearish movement. You can see that the market has been bearish for quite some time, and we came off here to bounce off of this half of this buy trend line, as you can see here, which has a first and this is the second touch. Now when we look at the second touch that the market had here, what we can notice here, if you zoom in properly, is what we call a, let me bring this up, is what we call a morning star. Morning star is a reversal candlestick pattern in the market, which indicates to us that the market is actually about to reverse and take a new turn. So we'll also be going to the weekly time frame to further confirm why this morning star is occurring, and also what we can potentially see and what we should look out for while trading this exact market. Now that we've been able to identify this morning star, and you can see that this is the second touch of this trend line here. Although the market has been in a bearish movement, as you can see from this touch above here, down here, market has been in a bearish movement, but this might actually potentially be a reversal back to the upside, potentially to break above this sell trend line here in the nearest future. So I'm going to be going to the weekly time frame, and let's understand and see what exactly is going on the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, guys, it's not much different from what we saw on a monthly time frame. Or what we can see on the weekly time frame is that the market was making lower low lower highs, lower low lower highs, lower low lower highs, and broke out of this zone here, which is broke out of this zone here, and potentially we retested it and continued to the downside. Now what we can notice from this movement and this movement is that this movement we had more momentum in the market. As you can see, the market kept printing bearish engulfing candlesticks to show that okay, we are actually in a proper sell movement. But as we go here, which is a profit taking level in the forex market, we could see that the market started to move sideways, which is also known as a consolidation in the market, which is also known as a period of rest, whereby when the market has been trending for a while, the market takes a rest and to prepare for a much bigger move. So now we went to the monthly time frame. We saw a second touch of this buy trend line, which is here, and on the second touch of the buy trend line that we saw here, we also saw a morning star pattern, which is an indication that we might potentially head to the upside. Now we're on the weekly time frame, and now we can see that there's a slow movement of momentum in this market. As you can see that the market was not initially printing what we call moving the way it was moving when the market was initially in this trend. Two things: the market, this is a profit taking margin, this is a profit taking level where a lot of people who are sold in this market are probably taking out their profit and close their trade. And also this is the second touch of this trend line, which is also a profit level, which people have also took out their trades and are potentially waiting to see if there's going to be a break below this level or a break above this level. So seeing the morning star on the time frame, on the monthly time frame, now that we're on the weekly time frame, let's understand what's going on. So when the market is consolidating, I like to map out the consolidation level to look and wait for a potential break above the consolidation level and see what exactly the market has to offer us. So this is not clear enough, so let's go to the daily time frame and see what exactly we have on the daily time frame for the DXY. So this is the daily time frame, guys. As you can see here, the momentum in the market gradually slowed down, but was still a little bit bearish. So I drew a bearish trend line to guide me to know when exactly the market will be done and if there's going to be a potential reversal in the market. So as you can see, there was a first touch here, second touch here, and potentially there was a third touch which finally broke above this market structure here. Now what we could notice here was that we broke above it, we retested it, and we went straight to the upside. Now this is looking more like a change in trend. As you can see here, on the touch of this buy trend line here, we could see that the market started to make what we call higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, and potentially this is the higher low for a much bigger move to this level here. So a major concern for this week is that I'm going to be anticipating that the dollar should break above this level. If the dollar breaks above this level here, this zone here, which has practically been holding the market, then we can see a further push to the upside. But if we do not break above this level here, we might probably see a push back to the downside, where, sorry about that, yes, we might probably see a push back to the downside, and that means that this movement is invalid and we are still very much in a sell position. So not to confuse you too much, I'm just going to delete a few things from my chart to make it look a little bit. Yes, so what I like to do when there's a market movement is that I like to draw out a trend line, which would actually serve as more like an indication to let me know, okay, this trend is still very much valid, and if we see a break above it, know that okay, we are done with this trend. So that's why you're always seeing trend lines on my chart. These are just guides to let me know exactly what the market is doing right now. So as far as you have not broken below this trend line here, we are still very much clear in a bullish uptrend. As you can see, there's a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low pattern here. So for this week, we'll be looking at breaking above this level. If we break above this level successfully, this 100 level successfully, then our next level target will be here. Our next level target will be here, guys, which will be 102 for the week. But if you do not break above that level, then we might probably see DXY head back to the downside, which will probably be 97, around the 97 region, or hopefully around 96 region. So that is it about the DXY. We are still very much in a bullish trend right now, but anything can happen because we are in the zone where we are at the major level where the market can either break above or retest back to the downside. So let's be careful and let's wait for a clear direction before we jump into trade this week. So that is it for the dollar index. Now we're looking at the EURUSD and see what exactly is going on there. So guys, this is the EURUSD chart, and if you watch my previous video, the last video I dropped on EURUSD, you would understand exactly what my projection is about the dollar, about the euro. But now this is EURUSD, and it is very clear what might potentially happen with the EURUSD pair. As you can see on the monthly time frame here, one thing I want you guys to know is that the dollar index is equivalent to the EURUSD, and most like, yes, actually is equivalent to the EURUSD. So let's just say the dollar index is upside down of the euro. So whatever you see on the dollar index is mostly what you see on the EURUSD. It's just vice versa. So guys, now as on the dollar index, you know, we saw a morning star pattern form, which was at the top, which was at the bottom of a buy trend line. But now we can see an evening star pattern show at the top of a sell trend line, which indicates reversal to the downside. And as we can see here, we can see the first touch, second touch, and the third touch. Usually guys, the third touch of the trend line usually is where the magical happens, is where the market actually makes bigger move to the downside. I've actually been anticipating the euro to drop to at least 108.490. So that is my anticipation for the dollar. For the EURUSD, you can watch my previous video to get a full breakdown on what I should be expecting on the EURUSD. So I'm going to be going ahead to the GBPUSD pair. So for GBPUSD, as you can see, for GBPUSD, just a broad, see that the market has in a while been in a sideways movement, making a first touch, second touch. I was anticipating that the market is going to make a third touch here, but hopefully, I don't know yet. Let's just see what happens. But here we can see that the market has been in a sideways movement. We started this bullish run from here, which I drew out my trend line to guide us. We gave it a first retest, gave it a second retest, and it looks like we are going to give it a third retest. But let's head up to the weekly time frame to see what exactly is going on the GBP/USD pair. So on the GBP/USD, guys, as we can see here, guys, we can see that this is the second retest that we gave this trend line here, and we can see that second retest did the job perfectly, pushing the market into an uptrend. And right now what we can see is a wedge pattern at this key level here, where the market can either break above or below this level here. So this is a level we actually want to really look out for in the forex market, and make sure that you are not trading until you see a clear break either above this level or below this level, to avoid market manipulation or to avoid the market hitting your stop loss at any time. So let's go to the daily time frame and see what's going on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, as you can see here, guys, you can see this first touch, second touch. We can see the first touch here, we can see the second touch here, we can see the third touch here. Mostly we are going to be anticipating to see the market come up here to give it another touch of this wedge pattern. But if you don't see that in the coming week and we see a break below this pattern, or see a break below here, then we should be anticipating that, okay, we see a breakout and a retest, then we should be anticipating that the market is probably coming to give this buy trend line a third touch. The buy trend line we spoke about on a monthly time frame, the market is about to give it a third touch of the market is about to give it a third touch. So there's not much to say on the GBP/USD right now. As you can see, the market is just in this wedge pattern here. So basically we want to be waiting for a breakout. When we say a breakout, then we can comfortably say, okay, there's a clear direction of where the GBP/USD is heading to, and we want to start placing our orders. But right now I would say that we should still hold on and wait for a clear break either below or above to understand what the GBP/USD is doing currently. So thank you for sticking around, and now let's talk about the gold. So as you guys know, for the longest of time, gold has been in an uptrend, clear uptrend, as you can see, all the way from here. You can see all the way from, sorry, let me drop that, sorry. As you can see, all the way from here, the market has been in a clear uptrend with no major retest or major downward movements, but as is most likely going to be. So as we can see here, the market is about to start reversing back to the downside, which I anticipate gold to head out to 3,428, because that is the last point that the market consolidated before this bigger move. So if we could see a drop, so we could see a potential drop for the gold to this level here. As you can see that the reversal has already started taking form in the market by making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower highs. We could make more lower low and lower highs in this week. So gold is currently in a bearish movement, DXY is currently in a bullish movement. So that is all I have for you guys. So stick around, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel, so whenever I post a video you'll be the first person to see it. And also give this video a thumbs up and share this video to as many people as you can. See you in my next video.